Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial with me, Scorpios, and today we are going to be building this mansion. As you can see here, the design that we're using today is based on traditional mansions of southern United States. And on the screen right now, we are looking at a list of materials that you're going to need in order to complete this build. As always, this is an original design, so if you find this tutorial helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So without further ado, let's start building. So here we actually have a very simple foundation. As you can see here, we're going to start by laying down a large rectangle. And using these blocks here, we're going to cover up this entire foundation. So after that, we're going to start on the next step here. And here we're going to put down some blocks around this foundation. And here I am using quartz pillars, however you can also use other materials such as bone blocks or white concrete blocks. And just to make it easier for you, I'm going to show you this still image, and the numbers that you're seeing here are the space between these blocks. And as you can see, after that we're going to increase the height of these columns. Alright, and once the columns are in place, we're going to start working on the walls of this house. And because we used half slabs to build the foundation, we are going to use the same material to bring part of this foundation up to a full block. So inside of these columns here, we are going to add one layer of half slabs. And we're going to put them down at the exact location that you're seeing here. And as you can see here, we're going to end up with a large rectangle within this build, and that is going to allow us to start building the walls. And for this step here, we're going to be using some type of white colored blocks. So here I am using white concrete blocks, and as you can see here at this exact spot here, we're going to start by putting down a door frame, and that is going to be the main entrance of this building. So the open space here is going to be 2 blocks by 2 blocks. And let's bring the height of this wall up to exactly 4 blocks. And we're going to fill in the rest of the walls with windows. And just to keep things simple, all of the windows are going to look exactly the same on this house. So as you can see here, we're going to have a 2 by 2 window space, and it is going to be positioned at the exact center of this wall section. And as you can see, each window is also going to be placed at the exact center between each pair of columns. And after successfully putting down a few windows, the process should become pretty familiar. So as you can see here, after that we're just going to go ahead and repeat the same process all the way throughout this entire first floor. And in fact, we're just going to go ahead and do exactly the same thing on the second floor here as well. And well, since we have a lot of windows here, we are going to talk about decorating these windows before we move on to the rest of the building process. But before that, we're going to come over to the main entrance here, and we're just going to put down 2 doors inside of this door frame. And in terms of decorating the windows, as I mentioned, all of the windows are going to have exactly the same design for this build. And it is actually quite simple, so as you can see here, we're going to start by filling in the window space with some glass panes. And after that, we're just going to put down a total of 4 wooden trapdoors around the window. And that's pretty much it. So as you can see here, we're just going to repeat exactly the same design on each one of the windows. But of course, because there are so many windows, it is going to be quite a long process. So here I'm just going to decorate the front wall here. But you guys should go ahead and decorate the rest of the walls exactly like what you're seeing here. So after that, we're going to build a balcony for this mansion. And here I'm going to be using wooden half slabs. So we're going to pick a block between the first and second floor windows. And we're just going to start laying these blocks down exactly like this. We're going to switch to using our stone brick stairs, and we're just going to put them down upside down like this to connect the columns. And to finish building this balcony here, let's add some wooden fences. Alright, and at this point, we are ready to start building a roof for this mansion. So in the spirit of keeping things simple, we are going to make this very simple. So we're going to switch back to our stone brick half slabs. And along the top edges of the existing structure, we are just going to fill everything up exactly like this by creating a barrier on top. So as you can see here, not only are we going to connect all of the columns, we are also going to fill in all of the open space. And we're going to end up with this huge rectangle, and that is going to provide a base for our roof. So here we're going to continue using the same material, and we're just going to go ahead and bring up this structure by half a block. And as you can see, what we're building for this step is also going to extend outwards from the existing structure by 1 block. So let's go ahead and build this structure all the way around. And as for building the roof itself, it's actually pretty simple. As you can see here, we're just going to come up by another half a block. So on the inside here, we're going to start with a temporary block, and off to its side, we are going to put down a half slab. So here in this tutorial, I am using blackstone, but as you may know, gathering a large quantity of blackstone may be difficult in early game. So feel free to use a different type of block here. For example, I think deep slate blocks would also work pretty well for this roof. But as you can see, what we are doing here is to put down a lot of these half slabs. And in fact, we're going to have layers within layers of them, kind of like a Russian doll, except for in our case, for each layer we build inwards, we're going to increase the height by half a block. And after that, we're just going to fill in the entire center portion of this roof with some more half slabs. So at this point, the main structure of this mansion is complete. However, I do want to show you some additional decoration that you can add to this build. So here we're going to add some windows on this rooftop. So we're going to come to the front side of this mansion, and directly above the second window, we're just going to create an open space on the rooftop that is going to be 4 blocks wide. So on the side here, we are going to start building some additional walls, and as you can see here, we are going to end up with another window that is 2 blocks by 2 blocks. And as you can see here, we are going to expand this structure backwards so that it fits exactly into the existing roof structure. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side here as well, and let's take a closer look at how the process looks like. So after that, using the exact material for the roof, we are going to cover up these windows here. So as you can see here, using a combination of half slabs and stair blocks, we are going to create a roof that looks exactly like this. And in fact, this combination between half slabs and stair blocks is going to create a little bit of a curve that is going to look pretty nice on this rooftop. So here, let's just make sure that the entire roof structure is covered and connected, and after that, we're just going to do the same thing over on this side here as well. Another thing that we can also add to this roof are chimneys, and I think they're going to add a very nice touch to this otherwise boxy looking mansion. So for that reason, I'm going to pick a block that has a bright vibrant color, and here we're going to be using brick blocks. And as you can see here, the base of each chimney is going to be 3 blocks by 5 blocks. So you can really pick any spot on this rooftop to put down a base. And as you can see here, we're just going to bring this entire structure up by 6 or 7 blocks. And on top of this tube, we are going to add a layer of brick stairs facing outwards like this. And on top here, let's add a final layer of brick half slabs just to cover things up. And of course, inside of this chimney, we are going to put down some open flame. So here we are using campfires. And after that, on the other side here, we're just going to repeat exactly the same process to create an identical chimney, which should be a simple and familiar process at this point. And after that, this mansion is now complete. So that is all I have for today's build tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I really do appreciate all of the support from you guys. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to support the channel by leaving a like and subscribe if you have not done so yet. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.